Welcome to my presentation. In this presentation we shall see examples using properties of logarithms. Let's take an example, and in this example we want to evaluate this expression here. We have the square root of 16, and this is raised to the power of log 9 to the base 4, like that. Okay, so we're going to use these different steps to be able to solve that. We know that square root of 16 is we can write that as square root of 4 squared, and as long as the term inside the radical term is a perfect square, we can write that as its base term as 4. So square root of 16 is equal to 4. 4 times 4 is 16. Therefore we can write square root of 16 as equal to 4. So using the logarithm property, we know one of these properties as if we have a raised to the power of log x to the base a, that will be equal to x, isn't it? We said whatever this value here is, whatever the value there is, that value will be exactly same as what we want to write here. So therefore, in this given expression, we can write square root of 16 to the power of log 9 to the base 4. Since square root of 16 is 4, we can write that as 4 to the power of log 9 to the base 4. That is going to be equal to this term here, isn't it? We're going to write this term here, and that is going to be equal to 9, and our answer therefore is 9. 4 to the power of log 9 to the base 4 is going to be equal to 9. That's our answer. Let's look at another example. Let's say if we can use this property to get some more practice on these types of problems. Let's say we have an example of this kind. We want to evaluate this expression, 3 to the power of log 7 to the base 3. When we can use the property of logarithm, which says a, we'll call this as step number 1. We know that log to the a to the power of log x to the base a is going to be equal to this expression here, which is going to be equal to x, and therefore in our given problem we have 3 to the power of log 7 to the base 3, and that is going to be equal to this expression itself, which is going to be 7, and this is our answer. Okay, let's take another simple example. In this example, if we want to evaluate this expression here, 2 to the power of 3, and this whole thing is to the power of log 7 to the base 8, like that. So we can write this as, since 2 to the power of 3 is equal to 2 times 2 times 2, which is equal to 8. 2 to the power of 3 is equal to 8, so we can use that. So we can simplify this one as 8 to the power of log 7 to the base 8. And if we have something like this, we can use the property which we just talked about, a log x to the base a to the power of log x to the base a will be equal to this term here, which is x itself. So therefore, in here, 8 to the power of log 7 to the base a will be this term here as the answer. So therefore, 7 is our answer. Okay. So in my next presentation, we shall see more examples using properties of logarithms.